Hi everyone, thank you for being here and participating in this pick a card reading. Today the reading is about past life energy and how it affects you in this life, something that has kept you stuck or down. Whatever energy has been karmic in a past life event that has stayed with you throughout your lifetimes and into this lifetime. And so take a moment to intuitively pick pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. And so it is with great joy that I am here. I'm honored to be the messenger and to bring you to these great insights delivered by the divine through me, and to help you on your journey as you help me on my journey. We are one love, one light, one source. And so take the time to choose between these piles. You don't just have to choose one. If you feel led to listen to the whole thing, by all means do. If you feel led to pick one or two, that's fine. Whatever it is that you feel intuitively guided to do, okay? So I'm sorry if there's a glare on the cards, but I will put in the description the timestamps, and so you can jump right to whatever card deck you chose. Love you all, and look forward to hearing from you after, and let me know if anything resonates, okay? Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed and appreciate, and that means a lot to me. So we'll see you on the other side with each reading. Thank you. Hey everyone, if you chose pile number 1, you were intuitively guided to this reading regarding past life. What went on in one of your past lives that has greatly affected you in this lifetime. And then Spirit will come through with advice and what you need to do moving forward, okay? And so I've already prayed and shuffled over the cards, and as you know, I never pick cards, they pick us. And so whatever Spirit has here for you regarding this past life, I'm sure it's something that you already knew you needed to hear, so you picked it. And so I'm going to flip the cards over and allow Spirit to come through and speak to us regarding what this message is. What was in a past life that has greatly affected you in this life? So I feel like whoever this is has a huge fear of being alone. You're so fearful of being alone that you've had issues. You may have even been seeing therapists about this, but you have this overwhelming need to consume relationships with needing that extra reassurance, and maybe even going way out of your way to make sure that whoever's in your life is not going to leave. You have this almost irrational fear of being left out in the cold, okay? And here's why. In a past life, you were an orphan. You were left for others to take care of you. You didn't know your parents. You spent part of your life in a convent or orphanage because you didn't have your real parents to take care of you or care for you. You felt alone. You felt abandoned. You felt like you didn't belong. And you felt as if you were not good enough. That feeling of being abandoned, of being left, of being cast aside, you always felt dirty. Okay. So in this, that energy carried over into this lifetime where you feel not good enough, where you feel as if you need to prove yourself, or you need to somehow control a situation so that you aren't left out in the cold, in the dark, hungry. Okay. You were abandoned as a baby, left with someone. I feel like nuns were involved, and they kind of took you in, and you were cared for, but you were never really, you felt as if something was missing. You felt as if you were missing out on parents, like being parented by parents. And so being abandoned as a child, you you grew up in that feeling of not having not having your basic needs that a parent can give you. The most beautiful need, the most beautiful thing that a child can have is a parent's love. To feel grounded, to feel connected, to feel secure. You didn't have that. Okay? So I asked our guides, our angels to come in, and our spirit guides to come in and give advice. Okay? So here we have Babaji, right? So he comes in and he says, you carried this burden with you in other lifetime. And in this lifetime, you still carry some of that with you. And so he said, your soul is expanding. You're starting to understand and realize that you need help from a greater source than your own self. You need help from something greater than your own power to help you remove that karmic energy, to remove that feeling of being worthless, of not belonging, of feeling as if you were always left out in the cold, or that you will always be rejected, or not loved, or not good enough. Okay? And so here we have Kali, and she says, listen, right now you are facing your fears. The fears that you've had since another lifetime that have come into this lifetime have caused you much pain, much needless worry that you will not belong, that you will not have lasting relationships, that you're not good enough, that you don't fit in. And so the karma from that, those energies from that lifetime, have caused you to miss out on happiness in this lifetime, caused you to miss out on having a beautiful career, having lasting friendships, or having, excuse me, a family, children. And so, I'd say from this spirit guide here, he's saying there's a lesson unfolding. There is the coming of age, so to speak, he says, that in this lifetime, it's time to put all that away, because you have this divine life purpose that you need to do. And before you can do that, you have to remove all of the old toxic fears and energies from that, the phobia of feeling, of being abandoned. And so Gaia comes in and says, I'm here to ground you, to ground that energy so you can get a hold of the old karma and allow yourself to remove it so you can move forward. Right? Now listen. So what I'm hearing is you are a divine alchemist. You can co-create this healing with your guides to move past that whole karmic energy that you carried with you and that you're carrying in this life. And so the holy amethyst here says, Holy Spirit, divine alchemy is at hand here. A lesson is unfolding, you are being shown, and you are being advised that you have the power to remove this toxic energy that has kept you trapped. And so you may have dreams. I'm hearing prophetic dreams. I don't know. So I feel like you're going to have these in your sleep, in your dreams. They're going to be very profound. And these dreams, it's really about stirring up that karmic energy that has held you down. Those phobias of people leaving you. The fear of being left out in the cold. The fear that someone will come into your life and then suddenly leave you. There is much needed healing here for you. You are on the cusp of going through this whole process of clearing out that karma if you haven't started already. Okay? So in this past life, we have many, but in this one past life, it really affected you traumatically. That being abandoned, that feeling of being, it's like a baby when they're born and they're wrapped in that tight blanket where they can't move pretty much because it's so tight. But it's a feeling of security when you're a baby and you have that blanket wrapped around you, right? It's like a baby who is born but has no warmth. You're cold because you've just come out of your mother where it was warm in there. Now you're out in the cold, but there's no blanket to wrap you in. So you feel like right off the bat, like there is no security there for you. You don't feel safe. You haven't felt safe ever, probably. That's what I'm sensing from this past life reading here. You have not felt safe. You need security. And so your guides are coming in to tell you this is the lifetime where you finally are clear of that karma, where you're finally free to breathe, to relax, and to allow relationships to come into your life without worrying about them abruptly leaving you. You will heal. You will heal. So let's take a moment to ask your guides to come in and help you with this, and to give acknowledgement that you know that this has been an issue for you and that you need to clear that karmic energy. So take a moment, excuse me, to take a deep breath, close your eyes, put your hand on your heart and feel your heartbeat, and feel the energy, this energy of healing, of love, of light coming in. And ask your guides, dear guides, please assist me in this journey with the acknowledgement of this past life trauma that has stayed with me. Help me to clear that karmic energy so that I may move forward into new relationships without the fear, into relationships with self-confidence, knowing that I belong, being happy. And please help me as I move along this path to surrender to those fears, to release them, to surrender to the releasing of those fears so that I may have a better life and I might break that cycle in this lifetime. The cycle of feeling abandoned, not worthy, like I don't belong, May we replace all of those fears and feelings with those of confidence, love, and beautiful healing energy. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, guides, for walking me through this healing process. And so, having said that little prayer, or however you choose to word it, be prepared for Spirit to come in and help you, and for you to help yourself in the healing of this massive karmic energy. This is the lifetime, guys, where you heal that and watch the doors of opportunity fly open for you with new relationships, loving relationships, friendships, romantic relationships. I'm hearing the word teacher, so I feel that you, yeah, look. So I'm looking over at the life purpose cards. I feel that this is all, the karmic energy is being released so that you can go forward and help others to learn from what you've learned, to help them, to guide them, to help them know how to get within themselves, to release these fears, to shed this toxic energy that has followed you from lifetime to lifetime. You're going to be helping others as you help yourself. Interesting. We all carry something with us from different lifetimes. But I feel this lifetime is significant. There has to be a breaking of the cycle, an ending to a chapter or a soul agreement. Many of you will be healed, and you will be able to move forward in those new relationships, because God has something better for you. He has something planned for your life, a life purpose. I hope you have enjoyed this reading, and stick around if you chose pile number 2 or all of them. There is no wrong way to do this. You can choose 1, you can choose 2, you can choose all. It's up to you. But however you do this, make sure that you intuitively pick, that you don't overthink it, because that's where you're going to find the most accurate reading for yourself. I wish you all a very blessed day and lots of love and light. Namaste. Hey everyone, thank you for being here. And if you chose pile number 2, then your intuition and your guides guided you to this message for you. And I do these pick a card readings because they're an excellent way for you to participate and for it to be a little more personal for you. And I feel, especially recently, that the pick a cards are also a good exercise for you to just kind of feel into your own intuition as to what the message is for you. Because typically in my readings, I do whatever message spirit comes in from spirit, and whatever card decks I'm led to, I use those. But this is a little more personal, a little more close to what message is really here for you. And so I have prayed over and shuffled the cards, and I have asked Spirit to come in and please deliver this message for us. And I don't rehearse anything. Whatever comes in, it comes in from Spirit through me. Okay? So I'm going to remove the stone and ask our guides to come in and deliver whatever message is here for us. The first card, when I was shuffling, when I was praying over these cards, I was feeling a sense of feeling entrapped okay? The feeling of being trapped, the feeling of being, the energy of being helpless or trapped in something. So the first card that chose us is the imprisonment card. Um, being held against your will, being in a situation where you didn't have a choice, and feeling into this past life energy, what karma has been stuck within you in a past life that presents itself here. And in what I feel here, what I feel is that some of you have been in a past life traumatized by imprisonment or forced to work against your will. And that feeling, that overwhelming feeling of helplessness and that you don't have a choice, that you're stuck, has um, stayed within your that karmic energy has stayed within your true essence, your energy in a past life, and has spilled over into this life. So that feeling of being trapped and being unable to make your own decisions, and that feeling of um, craving, desiring, and pleading for freedom. I feel like this energy has kind of brought you to a place where you're like maybe a little um, like a rebel with a cause. Okay, so not a rebel without a cause, a rebel with a cause, because you were traumatized in a past life. So this energy of being trapped and imprisoned is has brought some events into your life, in your present life, that have sort of prevented you from maybe making a decision or settling down with someone in a relationship, or maybe it has caused you to fight authority in maybe jobs or careers, to be that person who is um, always feeling as if you're angry for some reason. You don't like authority, and so you that energy that came from that past life has led you to a series of um, being unsettled, maybe a lot of movement too, maybe a lot of moving around, or not settling down, not having a family. It's not that you don't want that, it's that you still have that karmic energy of being sort of enslaved, right? And so so what I'm hearing here is that um, there was some sort of forced labor. You were forced to work on the railroad. You were forced to put down the ties, or the railroad ties, or work on the railroad somehow. And some of you even lived in boxcars because you were forced to remain in that forced labor. And so they housed you there, right? So you have not only this energy of being entrapped and feeling enslaved and feeling helpless and not being able to make your own decisions. You also have that feeling of, you may be feeling claustrophobic or closed in. You have that energy that has come from a past life of being almost like you in this life, where if something comes too close to you and you feel backed into a corner, you run. You some of you may have up and quit jobs just because you couldn't handle the feeling of um, not being able to be free and make your own choices, or having to follow rules or something. Some of you have this, and you may not understand, and people may not understand why you behave this way. Why can't you settle down? Why can't you have a family? Why can't you just be happy? Well, here it is. Because from a past life, that karmic energy has traveled with you. And in this life, it has caused you to experience some things that are, you just, all you can think is you need to be free. you can't be held down by anyone. So you will run when it's comes close to some sort of commitment from you. And you haven't been able to figure out why. Well, Spirit says here it is. You have had energy that has been stuck for, I don't know, maybe lifetimes. We have many lifetimes because our soul is energy and energy never dies. Okay? We never, so our soul goes on and on. And in certain lifetimes, we have many that we will probably never know about because in those lifetimes we learned the lessons we were supposed to learn, so we didn't have to repeat them. In this lifetime and in the past, one of your past lives, you never got over that feeling of being closed in and being imprisoned, enslaved, forced labor. And that's why you don't stay in one place for too long. You feel overwhelmed. You can't keep up. You haven't been able to hold a long relationship at all. They've been fleeting. I feel that sense of running, of just needing to breathe. And you feel almost like you're claustrophobic, like you can't breathe. You may even avoid closed-in spaces like elevators, like being. Oh, okay. So especially now, like in quarantine, you may be feeling really overwhelmed, like you're gonna go nuts, almost like your skin, to the point where you're not comfortable in your own skin. Like maybe, like someone who is addicted to drugs and is going through withdrawal and their skin itches and you can't stop scratching. It's that sense of being confined and being in a situation you don't want to be in. So it's to the extreme sometimes with you. You may have been going to therapy. You may have been trying to go to therapy to get help for it. Okay? But here's some good news here. I see the mother bird here, right? Nurturing her little, what do you call them? Chicks? I don't know. The little baby birds. So she's in the nest, she's watching over them, and she's like, I'll watch over you, I'll feed you, I'll nurture you to the point where you can be on your own, and I'll get you there. So I feel like this is God. I feel like this is God, or whoever you choose to believe in. You don't have to believe in God like I do, but I'm using God as a reference because that's who I believe in. And so this is God saying, I'm watching over you. Your experience in past lives has created this feeling of helplessness. And I'm here to nurture you into good health in this lifetime, to move you out of that toxic energy, out of that feeling of being controlled and isolated and feeling like like you can't breathe. Okay? And so God says, I'm watching over you. Right? And so in this this energy here, God says, I am the Alpha here. And for reasons we don't understand, our soul has had to experience some things that we just could never, ever understand why. Why did we have to go through these things? And sometimes we don't know the answer to that. It just isn't within a soul, part of your soul path, right? And an experience of learning, an experience of gaining wisdom and knowledge through having lived through that, so that we can go on, we can clear it, and we can help others in a similar situation going forward in life. And so it is beyond our own comprehension why we go through things. But God says, look, I'm right here. Get ready, because I'm right here, ready to intervene and to help you through this. I am right here. Know, believe, and trust that this toxic karmic energy that has held you back for so long, we're getting ready to heal that. We're getting ready to move forward on your path, because you do have a place here. You belong here. For however long that soul contract is, you have a place here before you move on to another life, and before you are needed in another place. And so we bring in the divine physician, right? God says, I'm here. And if any of you believe in Jesus, Jesus is and was the divine healer, right? The healer of the ages. And so this energy, the spirit of this divine healer of the ages, comes in and he says, I'm right here. I'm right here to help you. And I'm noticing a theme here. If you look and see the three little chicks, right? They are holding out, they're opening their mouths wide for their mother to, what do you call it? Regurgitate the food to give to them. And so that divine creator is like, this is divine intervention to bring you sustenance, to bring that sustenance in for you, to help you through this time, and to finally put away that that stuck energy, so that you can grow and mature and be able to stand up on your own and to fly away to freedom from that stuck energy. Okay. And so with the help of the divine physician, the divine healer, the healer of the ages, he's here. He's here to say, look, this, I believe, 3 here in tarot, 3 represents like either a lot of times it represents third party, but I believe here this represents celebration. So the 3 here in this card depicts a celebration. It depicts a freedom, a rejoicing, a gathering of alignment of body, mind, spirit to finally pick you up and move you forward. And so Jesus says, I am the divine healer. Trust in me. Take my hand and let me guide you through this. Let me help you to move forward to a better life. And so the advice that I ask our guides, what is your advice? What is it that will come of this? And he says, freedom, healing, moving forward, moving on your path. And so I feel that divine timing is at hand here. Okay, so if you see the hourglass, you see the scrolls behind this person, and he's has a scroll in his hand, and then there's a open piece of paper there, some information that is behind him on that little window seat. And so there's information here coming in for you, right? It's coming in. The divine is bringing in this much needed guided information for you to move forward. And so divine timing is at hand. It is, the sands of time never sit still. So in an hourglass, you flip it, the sand starts pouring through, and eventually that sand that's in that compartment of the hourglass empties out. And so this is what's happening. The healing, the forward movement has to happen in the right amount of time. You can't push this. You can't force it. And it's also an intervention because you can't hold back with it anymore. You can't resist this change. It has to happen because you have forward movement in your path coming up. You have a divine plan for you, okay? And by the way, I'm going to be doing a divine plan reading, and we'll do an interactive one again very soon, for why are you here? What's your life purpose? Okay, some of you may know, But in this case here, God is intervening. He's intervening in your life because you've done all you can with that lesson, that soul lesson that you had to learn, so you can come into wisdom and knowledge and help others. I feel that some of you coming out of this will be turning to some sort of spiritual movement, growth, ascension, and become somebody who is a guide to others. Okay, there is a specific plan for you, for all of us, and everyone, each and every one, is unique to us as individuals. See, it's coming in, guys. It's clarity and belief, finally finding some sense of what you believe in, why you are meant to be, growing in this spirituality, and being able to use that closeness with your guides, with your God, with your creator, within yourself, to grow and to learn about spirituality so you can move forward and you can help others, because you have a grand mission. You're going to be learning a lot in this rest of the year and going into the next. You're going to be learning, you're going to be growing, you're going to be going through some ascension. Some of you will be slowly shedding layers of that karmic energy. I do believe that we can't handle, as human beings, we can't handle just all of a sudden an about face, because it is very, very taxing on our body. It has to be body, how do I say this, alignment of the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, alignment, the physical, all of it has to be aligned. And so as you peel layers away of that toxic karmic energy, you come into a more aligned and balanced energy, and your spirituality starts to come into play, and you start to feel and know what it is, why you're here. And it is increased awareness, right, of why you're here, of why this is happening. And so look, so one of our spirit guides says, look, there's an awakening presence here. The awakening presence of wisdom, of knowledge, of growth, of who you are and who you were in that past lifetime, enslaved, imprisoned, confined. That was only temporary. That's not who you truly are. So you're coming into that awakening presence of who you are and why you're here. This is coming into some beautiful knowing of your presence here. Body, mind, spirit, guys, as above, so below. Some of you might be starting to experience some, I'm hearing deja vu, okay? So you may start to experience, or if you haven't already, some sense of feeling that something has happened before, that you've experienced something before. There's the tipping point for your some gifts that you have that you may not be aware of. Some insight, right? For some reason, I don't like to use the word psychic. I just feel that it kind of takes away from, and please don't get offended if you are psychic. I'm fascinated, and I feel that, that you are gifted, and I don't want to take away from that. Personally, I like to use the word gifted, because for me it feels more close to spiritual. It feels closer to the true essence of who you are. And I do feel that this is a something that's coming in, some insight, some wisdom, some internal knowing, okay? Some of you may truly have a gift of foresight, and if you do, then ask for guidance from God and from your guides to move you forward in that process, but don't force it. That has to be something that comes as a gift, okay? And so in the last reading, we got this card too. It's Earth Energy, okay? So I feel that some of you in this reading, you could be, it could be indication that you're an earth sign. You could be a Capricorn, I think Virgo, or Capricorn, Virgo. I'm sorry, it slips my mind at the moment. I'm usually knowing all these, but for some reason, this is maybe more gearing more towards maybe you're a Capricorn, in that energy realm. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's only that sign that this message is for. But it's also an earth energy and earth connection. And so this, um, this energy of the earth is here to say, let's, you need to be grounded. Um, you need to feel the presence of this beautiful earth energy, okay, to ground you and to keep you stable and sturdy, and to bring you to balance. And so what I'm asked here, what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing is this: if you can, and I know that we're still in spring, and so the weather hasn't been super warm yet, but if you can, I feel like you sort of need to touch the earth, and you need to kind of, I'm going to just go through a little exercise with you real quick, okay? To do some grounding work. And so I feel very strongly that you need to connect with the earth. You need to let your feet touch the earth, your bare feet, or your hands, if you're a gardener, whatever it is, to touch the earth, to feel the energy, and to feel the presence of that eternal energy that goes on and on, that is part of God's vast kingdom. Okay, so to feel that energy, what I like to do personally is take some time in the sun, to go out in my bare feet, to sit on the ground, to feel the earth, to place my hands on the ground, and to breathe, to meditate, and to be thankful for the earth, for everything that I have, even in these times, to be thankful for whatever it is, whatever lesson is coming in for me to learn, and that I need to partner with the energy of the elements that most of us overlook. But it is energy, and energy goes on and on. So we are invited to take part in this beautiful time with the earth, to connect, to ground us, to bring us to a place of um, energetic healing, because we need to access as much resources as we can. And so God says, I didn't create the earth just because. There's so many things that you're unaware of that can help you heal. And one of them is being in touch with the earth, being grounded, feeling your roots. Like a tree has branches, like a tree has roots. And you see them when you're out in the yard or out in the forest. You don't see or realize how far the roots go. They are so deeply embedded in the earth. And that's how the energy of the earth is connecting with you. You are a being of light, a being of energy, and you do have a divine place here. And so I feel this urgent, like this message that's trying to impress upon you. Take the opportunity to feel into that beautiful resource that is there for you, and be thankful. Okay, be thankful that we have that, because you're being guided into something, a divine life purpose for you. You haven't been able to access it because of this stuck energy of being confined, of being imprisoned, of being enslaved. And so here we have this beautiful energy of your divine creator coming in and saying, let me help you. Let me come in. Let me nurture you. Let me feed you. Let me nurse you to health. Okay? See this butterfly? Metamorphosis. It is a turnaround. It is a turning of the wheel, maybe, so to speak, in your favor to help you. And so here, the spirituality comes in, and whatever religion you have, whatever religion you are, whatever you believe in, I believe that you'll get clarity of that belief, Because as I say always, guys, this channel is all inclusive. Whatever you believe, okay? I happen to believe in God, but I will not push that on anyone. The only thing that the core of this channel, the reason that you're here, the reason I do what I do is in love, okay? It's love. Love for my mission, my life purpose, love for God first, and to bring forth that healing energy and guidance to you, because that's what I am called to do. So at the core of all of us is that love. Okay, you're being called to action to heal this stuck energy, because there's something grand planned for you. I want to just say, I'm actually going to consult my Archangel Michael cards, because he has, I feel like he has something to say. So I'm gonna, oh, okay, thank you. So listen, look, these two cards kind of popped out. Detach. This is what's happening. You're detaching from that karmic energy. And he says, we're here to help you, to guide you, to, you know, to take you by the hand and to clear the energy and to shield you from that toxicity. And so here's what happens, a favorable outcome. So when you put your faith and trust in God and your divine guides and guidance, and you allow the energy of Jesus as a healer to come in and to heal you, okay? And I'm talking energy here, guys. I'm not talking, you know, preaching at you and telling you, come to Jesus, come to repent. It's not like that. This is energy. It's all energy here for you, taking you away from that toxicity and bringing you into this beautiful healing place. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. It's been 30 minutes almost. And so I want to just let us please just pray for a sec, or however you choose to talk to yourself, to talk to your guides, and to give thanks. So if you won't mind, put your hand on your heart or close your eyes and talk to your guides and ask for help. You don't need to ask for forgiveness, because you've done nothing wrong. You've just been experienced some karmic energy that would not leave. So as we close our eyes and we ask our guides, our God, and whoever you believe in, to please come in and help us through after this message is done, to apply whatever has been given here, and to apply if it has resonated. And if it has not, then you will ask for guidance to lead you to the right place, to the right message that you need to hear, to move forward past this stuck energy, to move to freedom, because you are so worthy of living a beautiful life. Thank you, guides, for being here for us. Feel your hand on your heart, feel your heartbeat, and feel that life beginning to open up to something beautiful that you so richly belong with, that freedom, that love, that light. Thank you all for being here. Have a beautiful, blessed day, and know that I'm here, and you can always message me, and I am at blossomingsouls1111@gmail.com. You can find me you're here on YouTube, and you can also find me on Facebook under Blossoming Souls. I am accessible, and I am here to help. Love and light to you all. Namaste. Hey everyone, thank you for choosing this pile number 3. And as I've said in my past readings, I have been guided to do pick a card readings right now, because it is a great way to interact with all of you. And it is, I feel like it is more of a personal reading for you. As they say, almost personal. So in this reading, I feel a very strong sense of relationship, like this theme and this pick a card reading is about stuck energy or karma that has traveled with you through lifetimes or a lifetime into this lifetime. So it is whatever has been affecting you in regards to certain things. This message is for you, okay? And Spirit is here to say, whatever energy was stuck in the past, this is the lifetime right now to cleanse and clear that energy once and for all, so you can move forward. And so in this reading, the cards that picked us are significant just for you, and you chose this pile because you felt intuitively guided. And that's why I like these pick a card readings, because it's very interpersonal, and I love that part of this. And so I have prayed over and asked God, I have asked our guides to guide us through this and to give us clear and accurate messages and to help us on our journey. That's what this is all about, guys. This channel is about love. It is about, at the core, there is love. And so what this journey is about is the journey. Learning, growing, shedding what needs to be shed. And I believe in your past life, at least one of them, and this message revolves around some issue that you had with your love life, okay? And so that is directly affecting you now in this life. And so I'm going to remove the stone and allow Spirit to come in now, please, Spirit, to lead us through and guide us through these messages, and to bring in love and light and learning and growing and healing. Thank you so much. Okay, so in our first card here that picked us, there we go. In a past life, or many maybe, you've had something traumatic that happened in regards to your love life, okay? And so I feel that in the past, in at least one of your past lives, as we all experience heartbreak sometimes, there is a level of distrust. And I feel, well, I shouldn't say we all have that now, but what I'm trying to say is we've all had some heartbreak in one way or another in our lifetime now or in the past. And I do feel that something happened in the past that literally took your life, and your life ended with a broken heart. Okay? So in a past life, there was a lot of fear surrounding a traumatic event that happened between you and someone that you trusted. And that person took your trust away, okay? They took your trust away. And I believe that, okay, so what's coming in here is that there's several things, so bear with me, because this could is, as a collective, there could be several scenarios here. What I was sensing and feeling was that you were torn apart, not by your will, by someone else. Someone was taken from you, and you were left without that person. I feel like an authority figure, took your lover away. And I feel like there was some sort of accusation in regards to that person, and so that person was taken away from you by authorities. That's what I feel. It's a very strong sense of heartbreak, and you were separated, not to be brought back together, because that person, who was the love of your life, was punished for something. Okay? It left you in shock. It left you brokenhearted. It left you alone and feeling devastated. there is a very real sense of betrayal here. But in this instance, it's not about fidelity between the two of you. It's betrayal that this person did something that you weren't aware of. And basically, he or she, they had to pay the price for what they did that you weren't aware of. You had no knowledge that this person was leading some sort of secret life behind your back, or they were doing things behind your back that you didn't know about. They loved you, but they were off in their own little secret world doing stuff, criminal stuff. Okay, so there's a very real sense of betrayal here in this scenario. So in the past life, one of your past lives or lives, your that energy, that karmic energy, that heartbreak, that despair, that feeling betrayed stayed with you. That energy stayed with you. And throughout that lifetime, when you took your last breath, you were alone. And you never healed past that feeling of betrayal, of breaking that trust, okay? That trust, that agreement that was broken between the two of you. And it left you confused and just shattered. And so in that past life, you were broken, and you did die of a broken heart. And so that energy stayed, right? It stayed with you. And in this lifetime, you haven't been able to have a real relationship, not anything solid, because you haven't been able to fully trust anyone. And you don't understand why. So you may be saying, what's wrong with me? Why can't I have that trust for people? Why? Because in the past, in a past life, you suffered a traumatic event that stayed with you. That energy stays, okay? Unless we heal that toxic energy, it will stay with us through lifetimes until we learn whatever it is we have to learn, that whatever it is we had to go through in a past life, we had to learn it. And if you didn't, you go into another life, and you the cycle repeats until you finally learn, or you move past, or you heal, you allow yourself to heal. Part of you feels guilt, part of you feels shame from that leftover energy, because you couldn't believe that you didn't see all the signs. Okay, you didn't see all the signs. And it wasn't your fault, okay? It wasn't your fault. You didn't know. You didn't see all the signs because you were consumed with love. And when you love somebody that deeply, you tend to put everything into it. And your personality is such that it takes a lot now in this lifetime for you to let anybody in. And if you do let somebody in, you fall hard. And I feel like in this lifetime you have been betrayed. You have experienced that heartbreak, that betrayal. You've had the wind knocked out of your sails. You've felt that feeling of despair. How could he or she hurt me like that? I trusted, finally thought this was the one I trusted, and they betrayed me. Okay? So in this lifetime, I feel like the betrayal was lies, it was deceit. I feel like it was maybe infidelity. I feel like it was deceit in regards to money. It was a betrayal of trust. So it's not just one category. It could be that you were betrayed by someone who was wearing a false mask. They were one way with you, and then when they were in their own little world, when you weren't there, they were another person with friends and people that you had no idea were in his or her life. I feel like for some of you, this is a male. I'm not pointing the gender out to say it's the male that cheated or the male that deceived. But in this case, I do feel male energy that walked away. Or male energy that dominated you to keep you in line. There is a betrayal, a very real sense of stuck energy that stayed with you throughout lifetimes. And what I feel is that in this lifetime, that cycle has to end, okay? And so we bring in the Native American earth energy, right? I feel that this Native American spirit, this energy, is here to say, listen, there's no reason to continue on in this stuck energy. You've been battling. There have been scars. There have been epic battles where you've been injured severely. Some of you, it could have been in the past a physical altercation with your mate. And so this Native American energy is here to say, let the energy of the earth, the sky, the water, let all the elements help you heal. And as many of us know, Native Americans in ancient times had rituals where they would come together as a community and they would sit around and have their visions, their meditations, they were about peace, many of them. And they would seek out peace. And so, we think of peace pipes or whatever it is they did, but the energy that they were striving to get to was peace. And they never wanted to fight battles. They never wanted to lose anyone in their tribe. And so I feel like in this lifetime, it's almost like soul tribe, right? Is coming towards you to help you through this and to heal past this. I feel like it could be a support group. And so I feel the energy of this sort of communal spirit, the energy of a team of support here to help you. It's not just your angels or spirit guides. I feel like it could be, you could seek out someone shamanic, like a shamanic healer, or some of you, it could be a support group of whoever it is that you are guided to. But I feel like people in that sort of tribe environment sort of feeling and sort of energy is coming towards you because you need help. You need to be able to let go of all those past demons, those that you may not even understand that from a lot of this stems from a past life, from betrayal that goes way back. And so you have this support here, this community of support coming towards you. It is a tribal energy, right? An energy. And you have your angels. I feel like there is someone who sort of takes you by the hand, and I feel like she is a light worker or an earth angel, maybe somebody who comes in, and I feel like she's a female who has been through this. She is has been through the healing, through the worst part, come from rock bottom and has risen up because someone took her by the hand. And so she's offering this healing journey with you. She's offering to help you through. And she says, this is why I'm here. And that you don't understand why you had to go through all that pain and through the emotional, physical, mental abuse. But what comes out of it is something so beautiful and amazing that you find yourself appreciating and giving gratitude for everything you've been through, despite all that you've been through. That you come through with this beautiful higher power, this energy surrounding you. And you come to this place where you can forgive And now I'm not saying, they don't mean forgive the person for striking you, or forgive the person for cheating on you, or forgive the person for spending all the money or making bad investments, but to allow yourself to move past and forgive yourself for not seeing the signs, for not being able or not having the strength to walk away when you should have. And this is an energy of this stuck energy that's been with you for a few lifetimes. I feel like has been through you, with you for a few lifetimes and into this lifetime. It is in this lifetime that you come to your healing, and you reconcile within yourself, and you forgive yourself, and you allow yourself to be healed past all of this, because there is a greater divine plan for you. And so you know that if you could help someone through, you would do whatever you could to help the abuse victims, or to help people move past this, and not in anger and forgiveness and love, so you can go forward in a better life for yourself. And I feel some of you have children. So for you and your children, I feel like they have witnessed some things. Okay. And so we ask for the advice of our archangels, and we have this Archangel Jeremiel here. And he says, this is it. You've reached the end of that karmic cycle. It's time for the new beginning now, to heal, to go into this, to flourish like a flower, like a lotus blossoming, opening up into this beautiful visual, colorful, blossoming flower, the essence of who you are, who you're supposed to be, and putting away all that other toxic and gross energy that kept you from blossoming. And so it's a new beginning for you. It's an end of all of that stuck energy. It is a new perspective, a new outlook, a new lease on love life. Is this going to happen overnight? No, it takes time to heal. But what you will find is that as you heal, you open up, as you forgive yourself. It's like this wheel, like water wheel. It picks up water and then it empties it, right? Like, so it picks up this water, empties the water. And so you're digging away at the healing that you need to move past that traumatic piece of your life in another life that has come into this lifetime. You've been really down on yourself because you have thought in this lifetime, why can't I just find love? Why can't I find a lasting relationship? Is it me? What's wrong with me? No, it's not you. It is an experience that you had to go through in order to find this beautiful place where you're going to be in the light of love, in a almost like a community setting where you're going to help others move and go forward in that healing process. And in doing so, you're going to be healing yourself. Many of us as messengers who have a gift to help others, when I found out what I needed to do, open this channel, start this channel, to be a messenger, to be a guide, to be that person who allows myself to be a vessel for God, to be, let Spirit move through me to help you. It didn't happen overnight because I had to go through some stuff. And it's always a changing process. There's always something transitioning throughout our journey. This whole thing, this whole experience is about the journey, guys. It's about growth. It's about the milestones. It's about cycles ending and new ones beginning. It's about co-creating on this beautiful path and exploring along the way. And so these archangels are here, and this guidance is here. And here we have Archangel Gabriel, who says, wow, you're ready to make that choice, to make that decision, to surrender, and to be in that place of healing, to allow it to come through, to allow yourself to see that you are worthy of love, that you have love waiting for you. But you have to go through this experience. You have to end that cycle now, and you have to start anew. So, new relationships will be forming, important ones with people who share your vision. People, like I said, in community and support group, people who have been through or are going through something, and you will join with them in support, and you will have victory together. You will have, and you will see yourself coming into this beautiful growth, this beautiful place where you belong. Archangel Raphael, he is I like to think of Archangel Raphael as the spiritual doctor, okay? Listen to this. He says, listen, committed romantic relationships are on the horizon, right? As you heal, as you grow, as you form these relationships with others who are going through similar things, your heart opens up and it attracts love. A love like you've never known before. Look, Archangel Michael, I just happened to look at this, the card deck here sitting next to me, and these two cards stood out. Romance angels are healing you. They're helping you. And eternal love is here for you. Not just from your guides, not just from God, but somebody coming in, guys. And yes, that will come in time, in the right time. And so I just want to, I'm being asked to show you this card too, okay? Here, lean on them. Trust in them, have faith in them that you will get through this. You will. And you will have the support of people in a support group, a community, people that have been through what you've been through, that are going through what you've been through. And you're being moved into a divine life purpose that is specifically for you. Okay? You're there to help others. Some of you may even go into a career where you go into psychology, maybe, or being a therapist, where you help, maybe you are a therapist who helps troubled relationships. You're going to be put on a path where you will shine, and you will bring forth those gifts that you that are naturally within you, to raise the vibration. That's what this is, guys, the journey here, to raise the vibration of the planet, of others, in others, to help others grow, okay? And look, so our romance angels card says, look, let your friends help you. And in this case, you are guided to let others help you, such as that support group, or becoming that therapist to support others. Okay, and so I'm going to just do another shuffle because I feel there's something else they would like to say in regards to this. You never thought you would love again. You never thought that you could have a solid relationship, so you haven't put forth the effort. You haven't made that concerted effort, right? And you haven't released the toxicity from the past. And even in this lifetime, you haven't released somebody that hurt you very bad. You haven't released the incident. You haven't released the situation. And you may feel disdain or loathing for that person that hurt you. And you may say, well, I released that person. I would never talk to them again. You haven't released the situation. You have not released toxicity within you. That toxic energy is holding you back. And so if you have moved on past this person and any feelings you had for him or her, you haven't allowed the whole thing to be released yet. You have to forgive yourself, okay? And so, thank you, guides. Thank you. Look, see? Free yourself. It's time to take back control and allow yourself to heal in the divine timing, in the time it takes to heal. Allow yourself to move forward, okay? I'm going to ask our guides if there's anything else they would like to say. Any other last... here we go. Here's the divine support that's here for you. Okay? Lean on them. Lean on your divine creator. Be one with that energy of healing. Allow yourself to feel. So what I'm feeling here is I'm hearing them say some things are going to be stirred up. Stirring of the pot. Some things are going to be stirred up. So you can allow yourself, you have to allow it to come up so you can release it. You have to go through the discomfort of this healing, of releasing, in order to get to this place of beautiful, eternal love. Okay? In order to get to that place where you can be free to love and you can be free to accept love, to give and receive. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Any last words before we close this reading out, please, guides? What is it? Bam. It's safe for you to love. Okay? And so I would like to just take a moment, as I've done with the other two card piles. At the end, I like to just kind of breathe for a moment. Just breathing in and out naturally and taking a moment. Kind of put your hand on your heart and feel your heartbeat. Feel that life within you. Feel the presence of your divine creator. Feel the presence of energy healing within you. To heal the pain, to heal the guilt or shame. To allow yourselves to open up so you can heal and forgive yourself. For things that weren't in your control, that you somehow made it and twisted it into guilt or shame. But there's no need, because this was all an experience that you went through in order to come to someplace beautiful. So I'd like to just say a quick thank you. If you would please just, in your own way, in your own words, thank your divine creator for allowing you to go through this, helping you to go through this experience where you will allow yourself to be healed and forgive yourself. Because you are a beautiful, blossoming flower, opening up to that energetic, beautiful person that you are inside, who you're meant to be. So you can bring in that love. So you can heal that romantic love life from the past. So you can have a beautiful one coming in. And not just with a romantic partner. First, it starts with you, within yourself. Thank you, Divine Creator. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Archangels. And thank you. Say thank you to yourself for allowing yourself to listen and open up. Allow whatever comes in after this message is done to guide you and to lead you into this beautiful place of healing. We thank you now, guides, for bringing us into this beautiful life and for the excitement and the thrill of what comes on this journey, because we know is in our highest good. Thank you all for being here. Love and light to you all always. And always feel free to connect with me in the comments section or email me at blossomingsouls1111@gmail.com. Check me out on Facebook under Blossoming Souls. And always come to this channel and know that it's safe for you here. I strive to create a peaceful, safe place for all of us. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the days ahead. And stay in that beautiful light of yours. Love and light. Namaste.